Welcome back. This is the MJ Show. I'm Mihir. We've got Siddharth here. We've got someone else sitting behind Siddharth, and we're going to find out who that is right after he has sung Malang.
इश्क लबों पे इश्क दुआ में जिस्म में रूह में इश्क रवा इश्क नजर में इश्क बशर में अक्स में रक्स में इश्क निशा दम मलंग मलंग दम दम मलंग 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 दम दम मलंग 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 दम इश्क इश्क है मलंग मेरा दम मलंग मलंग दम दम मलंग 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 दम दम मलंग 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 दम इश्क इश्क है मलंग मेरा.
Alright, so we've got one more guest on the show right now. You just saw him play the keyboard like a minute ago. I'm going to get Siddharth to introduce who we have over here.
So this is Soumil Shringarpure, who is also my cousin. He is a composer, a keyboardist, and also an actor.
Oh, wow.
Which not a lot of people know.
Excellent.
But yeah, he's done a couple of Marathi films. So yeah, Soumil Shringarpure.
Great to have you on the show, Soumil.
Thanks, Mihir.
And I know that you guys have been working together on composing music, on making your own music as well. And how has that journey been? Firstly, have you been playing since you were kids? Considering you've been
I've been trained in Western classical music. Okay. Western classical piano. Okay. And piano is my forte.
Right.
So yeah, I've been learning piano since the age of 9, 10, and I love playing it.
Okay. He's 4 years older than I am.
Okay, he's 4 years older.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we just used to like Siddharth must have told you. The environment in the house has been very musical.
Right.
We've had jam sessions which go on for the entire night. So
right.
Music was just there in the atmosphere. Piano was there. I used to enjoy it.
Right.
I used to have these octopads,
Okay.
SPD, that
SPD20.
Sivamani had gifted me.
Oh, wow.
I still have them actually.
Nice.
So we just used to play the keyboards and I used to play the octopad.
We just used to have fun with it actually.
Nice.
And yeah, so it used to be great fun. Yeah.
So almost like a childhood thing that you guys were doing is now moving into
but
the
honestly,
professional space.
We never really decided that let's get into composing professionally. It just it kind of happened by accident.
Okay.
Because see, for us, composing was something that we used to look at it as a game.
Okay.
Like बचपन में हाइड एंड सीक होता है, ये गेम होता है, वो गेम होता है. हमारे लिए गाना बनाना एक गेम था.
Okay.
His dad got
we got one old Mac.
iMac, the older one.
And उसपे Garage Band was there. So we started off at Garage Band. So we just
like
put across some loops together
and
then put one nice line and then create like a nice track, funky track, blast it in the house.
अच्छा, but that was all loops. We never put in our own thing, and we used to always discuss कि अरे खुद का अगर कुछ करने को अगर chance मिलता तो मजा आता था.
Correct.
So I think after a few months, his dad got this Logic Express, the software.
Right.
And we said, अरे क्या बात है, अभी keyboard है तो we can put down our own parts.
Correct.
So we actually just started experimenting with that. Since I knew how to play the keyboards,
Correct.
We used to just put down something. He would sing something. We had a guitar. हम लोग दोनों we call ourselves duplicate guitarists.
मतलब makeshift guitar.
Makeshift guitarist.
Put power chords and just composing
करने के लिए it's enough.
ठीक है.
So it started off like that, and a couple of things that we did, his dad really liked.
And I think the first time we composed was for
Lakme Fashion
Week. It was a track for Neeta Lula.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
we composed it with Alisa Mendonça.
So it was 3 of us who composed it: Lois' daughter Alisa, me, and Soumil.
Right.
And this credit has to be given to Durga Jasraj.
Oh wow.
And she's always been so encouraging towards us.
Lovely.
And she was the one who actually got us this.
Yeah.
And she kind of believed that 3 kids who are not even in college can, like, he was in college but I was in college.
Okay.
But 3 kids who can, I was in my 10th standard or something like that, can do this. And Alisa was there. And so they all came over to my house in Vashi and we were just like jamming.
Yeah, just stayed up
fun
all night.
Through the night. And and the track was ready, and next day at Purple Haze, me and Alisa recorded the voice. Aditya Kalyanpur played tabla on it. It's a very cool song. It's it's a fusion track that actually hasn't been released. We still have the song. We want to use it somewhere.
Awesome.
But it's a lovely, it has a lot of Western influences along with a lot of Indian bowls and tabla and tarana and
very
that sort of, because it was for a fashion show and the theme of the fashion show was that.
I think the biggest compliment that we got after that song was Pandit Jasraj. After a few days, he called up his dad and said कि शंकर मैंने अभी ये बच्चे ने
जो गाना
तुम लोग के जो
बनाया
बच्चे वो गाना अभी मैंने सुना, दुर्गा ने मुझे सुनाया और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. My blessings are with them. So that was, I think, the biggest compliment we got after that.
And that was like a push, you know. We said, "Chalo, maybe we can do this."
Yeah, maybe we can do this. Yeah. So when did you get your first commercial project? Okay, this was, but what I mean to say is like a big project, like a film, because I know you guys have released a film now.
Yeah, so our first commercial project was a Marathi film that we did, which released in the year 2012.
Okay.
It was called Swapna Tuzhe Ni Maze.
Nice.
And so the executive producer of that film was a close family friend of mine.
Okay.
And he had heard just some of the stuff that we had done, this Lakme Fashion Week track and a couple of other small things that we had just...
We've not done too much and we didn't have too much in the bank.
Yeah, so, you know...
And it was a small film, small budget film, so they were also looking at some new people.
Right.
So they said, why not you all give it a shot?
Well, give it a
So
shot.
we met
So
the director, producer, and obviously it got locked in, and the songs, I think they turned up really well.
Wow.
Some of my favorite compositions that we've ever done are in that album.
Okay.
They're very musical songs.
Now, I happen to know one of the songs from the album really, really well, because that is his dad's collar tune. And every time I've called him and I've not been able to get through to him, I've heard that song over and over and over again.
Actually, it's so strange because I tell him to take it off and he doesn't want to remove it because he says it's his favorite song.
It's a beautiful
song. And he says he loves that song more than any other song that we've ever done, or you know, he would rather have that song as his collar tune.
Fabulous.
And also, I won an award. My first ever award was for that song. It was a Dada Saheb Phalke Puraskar that I won for this Marathi song as a debut.
Very cool, very cool. So I'm going to get him to sing the song and he's going to play it. But before you get back to the keyboard, tell me a little bit more. So after the first film came out, you guys have been working on commercials, you've been working on... I heard you guys did some really interesting anthems for some various causes and brands.
Anthems we've been... So there was one
We've
phase
become
where
an anthemists.
Anthem
we were like back to back just doing anthems.
I think there was one phase in which we were doing only anthems for different causes. In fact, this one anthem that we did, it was for a collaboration of his dad's academy with an NGO called I Paid a Bribe.
Okay.
So we did a song called Mujhse Hogi Shurwaat, which was nominated for the Honesty Oscars that year.
Oh wow, okay.
And
came second actually.
It was, I think, the only entry from India.
Okay.
And we came second by just about 400 votes.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I mean, seriously, I mean, if you've not seen what these guys are talking about, just Google.
I'll put a link.
No, check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, just Mujhse Hogi
Shurwaat. Yeah.
Mujhse Hogi Shurwaat. So definitely check that out. Some really interesting stuff. I also saw you guys, was it something that you guys did, reworking one of your dad's songs?
Oh yeah.
That was a task.
Oh man, that was scary.
Someone tells me to do Breathless and I was like, no. But then they were very persistent. They said, you do it in your way.
Yeah.
So we reproduced the entire song.
I know. I mean, it's a fabulous, jingle that has been, well, it's not a jingle, it's an actual song. It's a whole freaking song that has been created for a brand.
It's got 500,000
You know what?
views.
We actually tried convincing the clients that we'll give you something in.
We'll compose something new. Please don't touch. That's a legend. You know, you can't touch something that is. It's like remaking a Sholay, and you know, you have.
What was cool is to see that your dad was also in the video, and it's kind of like sort of giving his blessing. Like, first let me see what is happening over here. And okay, like, chalega, it's good. But it was really cool, man. I gotta give you props for that.
It was fun.
It turned out okay, but it was very scary. I think one of the scariest things we've done.
Wow, awesome. So again, that's another thing.
Again, we didn't want to get into that. We said we'll do it our way and just did it our way. You know.
But you should check that out as well. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that these guys have done, and I'm going to give you a chance to check it out if you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @MihirJoshiMusic, Sid_Mahadevan, and SOUMIL_89. 89. There you go. So you can see it on the screens as well. So just follow all three of us, and we'll give you the links. And that awesome remake of Breathless was for a car,
Alto
right?
K10, and the song's called Breathless Chase Mix.
Check it out. It's really, really cool. So, all right, what are you guys working on now? What's new?
Actually, a lot of projects.
Yeah, quite interesting projects actually. Yeah. So, 2 Marathi films coming up this year.
Nice.
Working on a couple of Hindi films also.
Okay.
Composing, and it's great. It's been busy. It's been good.
Yeah, I can verify that he's been busy because a number of times he's ignored my calls, not taken it,
never
called
ignored.
me, and then he said, "Acha, we'll meet tomorrow." Arey shit, man, I got to work till 4. Let's not do it. So yes, he's been very busy, and I'm very happy. I'm really happy that it's great to be busy as hell doing what
but I'm
you love.
happy this finally happened. It
Absolutely, man, absolutely. But good. So you guys are busy with the film.
So
projects.
so 2 Marathi films coming up this year.
Jingles as well.
A few of them, yes.
I recently sang for also a couple of jingles. Sang for a couple of serial titles.
Okay.
So that happened. We've done a couple of jingles for brands like TLC, Discovery.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a show called Chew,
Okay.
Yeah, so
cookery show. So
Nice.
we've
Good
done the
for-
title for that.
yeah.
Very good.
And then we've done something for Kasakai Mumbai, Radio City.
Nice.
And
Very cool.
yeah, Britannia and a couple of other
So
ones.
lots of
Yeah.
work happening right
Happening
now.
here and there.
Is there anything you want your fans to know which is going to come out in the near future? Anything that you want to announce?
There's a
right
Marathi
away?
film coming up in the near future in April. A film called Satalota.
And then there's another film that we've composed for. It's called Sugar, Salt and Prem.
Okay.
Ani Prem. So
It's a Marathi film again.
Those both music, both the films' music turned out really well. Some
Nice.
really amazing artists have come and collaborated with us.
Very cool.
And the most exciting thing for us about these two projects is that the genres of music that we've explored in two projects is totally different.
Yeah, like you're never going to hear a punk rock song in a Marathi album. So
Wow.
we've done
Okay.
that. And
So I want to check that out. You know, there's some great work happening in the Marathi
Oh,
film
absolutely,
industry.
absolutely.
I think it's booming and it's a great time to be in it.
Yeah, I know.
And see, we are not restricting ourselves. You know, obviously you want to do Bollywood stuff, and we'd
Correct.
love to compose for Bollywood films,
Correct.
which is happening now.
Right.
But just because that's happening, we don't want to ignore the Marathi
Yeah.
scene because.
Well, I genuinely
Yeah.
believe there's some great content coming out.
Absolutely,
Even the
yeah.
movies,
True, true.
the
Oh, I
stories,
think
the acting, the music.
I think it's the
Yeah,
best time for the Marathi industry.
Absolutely, without a doubt. All right, so let's do one thing. Let's end
Yeah.
this
Also,
segment.
one more thing. My song will be out very soon. It's out already.
Which one?
It's from the film Mitwa, and the film's releasing one day before Valentine's Day.
Arre.
And,
Full
it's
on.
called Satyam Shivam Sundaram. You guys can check that out too.
100% check that out. But let's end this segment with your Marathi song from the first film that you guys did.
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Let's go.
Thanks. So the song's called Zhale Gele, and the lyrics have been written by Manoj Yadav.
In Marathi as well.
In
huh?
Marathi.
First,
Wow.
no, not the first time, but yeah, we made him write in Marathi, and he's done a great job.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah. Here we go. झाले गेले विसरावे कसे तुटले तारे शोधावे कुठे ही वाट चाल जन्माची जाते कुठे कुठे लपते पूर्णात शून्य सापडतो का असे ध्येयाचे घेऊन ओझे ते लक्ष आज भेटू दे हा प्रवास अंतरी वाहू दे असे जीवन हे वाहू दे झाले गेले.
Beautiful stuff. And we're going to end this segment, but we've got one final segment. We're going to do a rapid fire with that. You do not want to miss that. This is the MJ Show.